Yo guys, Codelife here. So in today's video, I'm going to be explaining why Bugha, one of the best and most consistent players in Fortnite, has finally decided to change all of his major keybinds, as well as turn on a game-changing setting. That's right guys, Bugha, the guy that won the Fortnite World Cup back in 2019 and literally just placed 5th in last week's FNCS finals, he's now decided to full on change all of his building keybinds, his edit keybind, and he's also decided to turn on the confirm edit on release setting. To cover why Bugha has decided to change these keybinds in the first place, and to cover exactly what he's changed them to, I'll start the video off with showing his new keybinds first, and then I'll move on and explain exactly why he's decided to change them, and more so why this is the time now to change them rather than any time in the world. That's coming from Bugha as well, like he actually recommended all of you guys watching do the exact same as him. To find more on that, keep watching to the end of the video guys, I'll explain it all. But yeah, before I do go ahead and start this video off, I want to quickly say that if this video does help you out, or if you do enjoy it, be sure to leave a like on this video, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and use Codelife in the Fortnite item shop. Right now guys, in the Fortnite item shop, Travis Scott, that rapper you all should know, if you don't you're probably living under a rock, he's actually in the item store right now guys as a skin, so if you do go ahead and pick him up, make sure guys to use either code Codelife, that's my code, or use Bugha's code, which is Bugha. By using either one of our codes to buy him guys, or any skin for that matter, it'll help us out a ton and we both really will appreciate it. So if you do, a massive thank you to you all. Let me know in the comment section, on Twitter or on my Instagram so I can all thank you personally. And yeah, let's now jump straight in and I'll start off with showing you guys his new keybinds. So for what Bugha's done here guys is he's went from using X as his wall keybind, V as his floor, C as his stairs, left shift as his roof, and G as his edit keybind, to now using mouse button 5 as his wall keybind, C as his floor, mouse button 4 as his stairs, left shift as his roof, that hasn't changed at all, and he's changed his F to now be his edit key. What's interesting as well about this guys is now his finger placement is completely different too, because previously he used his index finger to press all of his builds except left shift because he used his pinky finger for that one. However now guys, now that he is on these new keybinds, he's only pressing his index finger to press both C and T, as now he's pressing the thumb buttons on his mouse. I know a few of you are wondering why he's not using his thumb, and well, the reason for this guys is because Bugha said on stream he finds it difficult for him to learn to press these keybinds with his thumb. He said that he much prefers just pressing everything with his index finger. So pressing C with his index finger, that really isn't a problem for him at all, he said. Alongside those keybind changes though guys, he also turned on the confirm edit on release setting. And yeah, now that we know all of the keybinds that Bugha has gone ahead and switched over to, let me now explain why he's done all of these changes, starting off with his new keybinds first. So for these two, there's probably two main questions you've all probably got. The first one is why has Bugha even changed his keybinds when he was already good enough with his old ones? Well, the answer to this guys is because he wanted to have the most optimal keybinds he could get, which would in turn allow him to have full on God movement. If you don't know what God movement is guys, it's pretty much where you can move constantly while building and editing at the same time. Just think of it as what Mongrel's got. He literally has the definition of God movement, and you guys have all seen that in full effect. Going back to Bugha though, the current keybinds that he switched over to, these are much more optimal and they give him that God movement he's been looking for. These are that good guys, he's literally been able to do some moves that he never could have done before on his old keybinds. If you think I'm joking as well, I'm not. This is what Bugha actually said on stream.
That's crazy. I've actually never been able to do that. It's actually kind of crazy.
And yeah guys, as you heard right there, he literally said he could never do that move before on his old keybinds, but now that he's got new ones, he's able to do it, which is absolutely fantastic. That's exactly what you want guys when you are looking for new keybinds / switching over to them. Next up though is question number 2. Why has Bugha decided to change his keybinds now when he could have changed them any other time or any time in the future? Well, the reason for why he's decided to do this now is because now is the best time to do it. As most of you will know, know, Fortnite gets flooded with so many tournaments, from the cash cups to the actual major tournaments. So because of that and how many there is, there's rarely a chance to have like a week or so to yourself to learn new keybinds. Well, that recently, guys, that's completely changed, as for some reason this week and this week alone, you guys have that week to yourselves. Well, it's more like 5 days. So because of that, guys, this is the best time to make some changes if you feel like you have to. If you want to change your keybinds to some more optimal ones, go ahead and do what Bugha did right here and change your keybinds, because there isn't any major tournaments or even little tournaments like the cash cups going on at the minute. That's as well, guys, the advice that Bugha gave himself on stream, and it's also why he decided to change them now out of any other day he could have.
I'm just changing them now. The second I have a break, like imagine the first, like the second an event gets announced, like you can't, bro. Like you just can't do it.
But yeah, that's pretty much why Bugha decided to change his keybinds, guys. Let's now move on and let me explain why Bugha decided to start using the confirm edit on release setting. The reason for why Bugha decided to switch over to using confirm edit on release is to basically increase his efficiency when editing. Now, I know by me saying that, it might confuse some of you. Like, you're probably wondering, why does Bugha even need to turn on this setting when he was already fast enough with having it turned off? Well, you guys are actually correct. He was fast enough already, but the reason for why he changed it, it wasn't about speed. It was actually to lower the amount of actions that he did when making an edit. AKA, the reason why he made this switch is to essentially be more efficient. With being more efficient, it does mean you can be faster at editing, but the main reason for it, guys, is because there is less actions in doing so, which means you'll be less prone to make any mistakes when you are making a fast edit. To explain what I'm talking about here, guys, with how you use less actions when using confirm edit on release over using a single edit, let me do a quick simple one edit comparison test for you all. So for this test, guys, we firstly got the single edit keybind test. For this, I'm just going to do a simple one keybind edit. So firstly, I'll press F to initiate the edit. That's one move. I'll then press left click on my mouse to select the tiles. That's the second move, and then I'll press F again to confirm the edit, which is the third move. That right there equals a total of 3 whole moves in order to do one single edit. Next up, let's test how many moves it takes to complete an edit with using confirm edit on release. So here I'll firstly start the edit off with pressing F to initiate the edit. That's move number 1, and then I'll press the left click on my mouse, which when I do let go of this left click, by the way, this setting will automatically confirm the edit for me and complete it. So if I do that right now, boom, that completes the edit, and that actually equals a total of 2 whole moves. So from that test, you can see clearly that the single edit keybind sequence, that consisted of 3 actions, whereas with the confirm edit on release sequence, that only consisted of 2 actions, which that does make it so much more efficient and faster, because you are only inputting 2 actions as opposed to inputting 3 via the single edit keybind. But that right there, that pretty much is exactly why Bugha decided to turn this setting on eventually. He did say on stream he wants to do a lot less inputs when he can, and this is something that he found that he could do 1 whole less input with. He said it is going to take practice to get used to, but he thinks as soon as he does get used to it, he'll wish he turned the setting on a lot earlier. And guys, by the way, if you are concerned about this setting being buggy or anything like that, don't worry, as Epic Games have gone ahead and fixed all them bugs. Those aren't occurring anymore, so if you do want to go ahead and turn on this setting, I definitely do recommend doing it now, guys, as I said earlier in the video, it's the best time to learn.
I'm just changing them now. The second I have a break, like imagine the first, like the second an event gets announced, like you can't, bro. Like you just can't do it.
Do remember though, you're obviously not going to be the fastest at editing by just turning it on. Again, it isn't just about speed. What you'll achieve when you turn this on is just more efficiency when editing. That's why Bugha decided to switch this on himself. He wanted to make as less work for himself as he can when making an edit, which he did do by changing this setting. Now he's doing 2 actions instead of doing 3. It's really as simple as that, guys. But yeah, that's why Bugha switched all of his keybinds and started using the confirm edit on release setting. If this video did help you out at all, or if you did go ahead to enjoy it, I'd appreciate it greatly, guys, if you could drop a like on this video, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and use my code Codelife in the Fortnite item shop to support me directly. It doesn't have to be my code, it can be Bugha's code if you want. Just using either one of our codes will help us out a ton, and we really would appreciate it. But yeah, that's all from me today. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope to see you all in the next one. Peace.